y'all, welcome back to Brave Kids Art Club. Thank you guys so much for drawing with me today. My name is Brad, and today I'm really excited about this animal because you guys chose it. And a lot of you wanted to draw this specific animal. So this animal is from China. It has 6 toes. And in one of my favorite DreamWorks movies, Kung Fu Panda, the main character is this animal. Did I give that away? That was a huge hint. Okay, you got it. We are drawing pandas today. I am so excited you guys chose pandas. I love pandas and they're gonna be a lot of fun to draw. So are you guys ready to draw? Awesome. Well, let's get started and make sure we have everything we need. As always, we need to have a nice clean sheet of paper. Make sure you have a pencil that's nicely sharpened, an eraser handy because we're gonna do some sketching first, and then we're gonna have to erase that sketch after we drop down our outline with a dark marker or a pen. And then at the very, very end, of course, we are going to do some coloring. Now the panda doesn't have a ton of colors, so we're gonna have to fix that. All right, on to sketching. Let's start with the panda's head. Okay, let's start with an oval shape right here near the top. Let's do that. Let's do an oval shape. Not super oval, not too much like an egg. It's still going to be pretty round. But we want to kind of get that oval shape right there. Let's draw a line right across here for like the shoulders. Right here at the bottom. Just not necessarily right at the bottom, but have it overlap that oval just a little bit. And then we're going to go down, but out a little bit. So it's going to look like a cone or an upside down bucket. There you go. Upside down bucket makes more sense. Let's do that. Upside down bucket. And then we need to do a line across here to connect the two. Let's do the feet right here on the corners. Gonna be right on this. So I'm gonna do some ovals right here and just have them connect right there on the outside of the point. Draw a bunch of lines. It's okay. We're still trying to figure out exactly where this foot is and how big it is. Let's add maybe the ears so it looks a little bit more like a panda bear. Little ears on the side here. Now you can do little squares. You could do like a rounded half a circle. You could do that. I'm going to kind of do like a rounded square here. Kind of have that ear come off to the side. Just a little bit. See, there we go. Okay, so let's go right up here. Maybe a little ways up on the head. And we're going to go down and make a big C shape, a really big C shape. We're drawing the arm, just so you're aware. We're drawing a big arm coming down. And then we're gonna do a little curve right there to kind of close off the arm. That's where the paw is, the front, the hand. And then we're gonna go up here and do another C to kind of mimic or copy this shape. And then we've made the arm. Let's do the other arm first and then we'll connect them. So we'll go back up here. We're gonna go down, we're gonna do a backwards C here. All over here, but I'm gonna kind of stop right about here. I'm not gonna go all the way down because I wanna make the arm kind of pull up a little bit because they're gonna be holding some bamboo. So maybe what I'll do is from here, I'll just kind of draw like a big stretched out U shape. Maybe that's too far out. I'll kind of bring it out here. And then I'll do kind of round off the edge where the hand is. And you can see how the arm's bent. And that might feel a little small, so if you need to bring that out a little bit, you can do that. There we go. Because they're pretty broad. That means they're pretty wide, big animals. And I said they were lazy. They're sitting around a lot because they eat a lot. Most of the day they just eat or sleep. Actually, all of the day. They're either eating or they're sleeping. So half the day they sit there and munch away on bamboo, and the other half they're just sleeping and resting. So they do happen to get just a little fluffy. Should we make them, speaking of fluffy, should we give them a little bit of a fluffier belly? Maybe. We'll make them a little chunkier. There we go. We'll round that off instead of doing a straight line. Give them a little bit of a gut. They ate maybe too many dumplings like Po and Kung Fu Panda. Okay, so let's do maybe the little toes on here so we can get an idea of where the toes. Now I'm drawing just 4 little toes on here. These are going to be the claws, not just the toes. Sorry, they're going to be the little claws. And they don't have just 4. We're just going to draw 4 because it's going to be easier for us to draw right now. But they actually have 5 on the front and then a 6th one, so 1 more toe on the back. This little toe on the back to hold it so they can grip onto trees a little bit better so they can climb up trees. I did not know that. Granted, you don't see a lot of them climbing up trees. The big ones, the little babies do all the time because, one, I think it's probably pretty fun for them, but two, helps them escape predators because their mom's usually probably eating or sleeping, so they have to kind of get off on their own. Okay, so what I did right here is I just drew like a little dome shape right over top just to show that these legs are separate. And we can erase that. If you want to erase that now, that might make it easier for you to kind of see. We don't want to draw over that with our pen. Let's work on the face. So let's draw a nose, probably right around here. Not in the middle, not too high, just a little bit lower. And we'll add the nose. Just like an upside down triangle's just fine. And then let's do the patches. We'll kind of have them not connect with this corner, but be pretty darn close. So we'll do like some oval shapes right here. I'm gonna make them kind of big because I want to make the eye inside pretty big, even though it's not really this big. It'll just make for a cuter panda bear that we're drawing. Now, if you want a more aggressive, scary panda bear, maybe you draw smaller eyes or just black for their eyes. For the mouth, you can make them, if you want to make them happy, which I always like to make my animals happy, we'll just do a little like J shape. And we'll do another one on this side. Kind of have it come down and come up and smile. All right, so we'll go right with that patch. We're going to go start drawing a circle underneath for the chin. And we'll bring it up over there. There we go. I'm not going to continue the circle up there. I'm just going to kind of stop it, I think, right here. And then I'm going to draw the eyeball inside. So the eyeball is going to be pretty big because I want to. Give a big, cute eyeball in there. There we go. Maybe a little bit bigger. Okay. I want to make sure they match. It's hard to get them to match exactly the same. And then I'm going to have it maybe looking down at their hand. So I'm going to move the pupil down a little bit and have them looking down to what's in their hand, and that's going to be the bamboo or whatever you want to put in the hands. So right now, like for example, I'm going to draw some bamboo, and you can draw, I don't know, if you want to put dumplings like Poe eats, you can do that, or you can put an umbrella, whatever you want to do in the hands. It's up to you. But I'm going to draw some bamboo. So what I'm going to do is just do this little line right here, and I'm going to do it lightly all the way through. All the way through. I'm going to draw a line all the way through because it's easier than cutting it up and trying to draw it straight. Just draw another one right here, which is parallel to it, which is right next to it. Draw it right there, and we'll have that going up right there. A big piece of bamboo. And then I'm going to actually erase this really quick because I don't want to be confused by this. I want the bamboo to be behind the hand. See that? So it looks like they're holding it. So I'm going to erase that middle part right there. There we go. He looks pretty happy with his stick of bamboo. Okay, and I'm drawing this little line right here because they have a natural separation between the colors on their fur. They have dark black fur right here, and then they have light white fur on their chest. And that's actually, all the marks that they have, except for the face, but mainly on their body, it's a form of camouflage. Because where they're at, where their environment is they have a lot of snow. So that white part of their body gets lost in the snow, and people can't see it, or other animals can't see it very well. And then the black parts kind of mix in with the shadows. Maybe we'll add just a couple little lines right here, maybe 3 lines. Right there for the hands. Maybe we'll add a few lines here to add the different segments of the bamboo. Each bamboo shoot, they have little lines on them to show the little different areas of the bamboo, so we'll add that. Maybe just to get some color in there, we can even add some leaves to our bamboo. Maybe a little piece down here. Told you I was going to find a way to get color in here some way or another. It's not just going to be a black and white illustration. You can totally do that. I just like color a lot. All right, maybe at the bottom of the feet too, we'll add little pads on the bottom of their feet. It's not all just furry. It also is got these little kind of leathery bits on their feet. Helps them grip, and it helps them climb things and protect their feet. So we'll draw some of that. If you are having a hard time kind of figuring out where things are, maybe you drew your line really, really hard for the sketches, go in there and just erase some of these things. Like we did some along the way, but there's some more in here I noticed that we need to take out. Like these other straight lines, you don't want those in there because you don't want to draw those. You don't want to ink those in. So let's take out those lines so we're not confused. Maybe in the foot. Just know that the foot, yeah, you don't need them in the foot either. Just whatever helps you so you can distinguish which parts are which. Go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to go ahead and maybe start with let's start with their head. Ooh. This is always a little nerve-wracking. My hand gets a little shaky. But it doesn't have to be perfect. Not all panda bears' heads are perfect ovals anyways. So we're taking some of our creative liberties. There we go, make that ear. We got the other ear. Let's do the body, let's do the arms. We got these big arms. I'm trying to get all this done in one. Ooh, that was kind of tough. Alright, so now this is the part that you have to kind of get that arm in there and make sure you're just kind of connecting it all. Don't want to go over your bamboo if that's what you have there. Alright, I'm going to make that hand on this side holding the bamboo. Come back around and meet it up at the elbow. Let's make the little chubby sides. Let's go with the feet. And I'm going to draw those ovals right here. Draw another oval right here. Another oval. Perfect. Okay. So looking pretty good. Hopefully yours is turning out and you're proud of it. Okay, let's do the other nails over here. Finish the little circles on the paws. Little pads on the bottom of their feet. Now you don't have to add those, like I said. If you want to, you can. Maybe you wanted the paw to be a little star shape. That'd be kind of cool, or a heart. I don't know if you remember Care Bears, but I think that's what they had at the feet. I'm pretty sure they had. Because your parents would know about Care Bears. Unless they're making a comeback. And from the bottom of the feet, we're just going to do that arc again. Right there. Alright, so now we're going to draw the bamboo. Make sure, remember, if we erase that middle part, so we're not going to draw on the hand. Then we'll go down again like that. Bamboo is actually really cool. Now, bamboo is used for all sorts of things. It's hollow inside. That means there's nothing in the middle, so you can actually, when you cut it in half and things, you can like run water down it. Or if you just kept it like that, you can run it like a tube. If you like cleared it out, you can run water down it. You can use it to make furniture, which is really cool. It's really strong stuff. But because it's strong and it's really hard, what kind of teeth do you think they have to have? Yep, they have to have really big, strong teeth. In fact, their back teeth are like 7 times the size of our teeth. Really, really big, really, really strong, because they have to crunch through all that bamboo. We'll draw those leaves on there. I'm not sure why they eat bamboo. They're not like most bears. And they sit there and eat a plant all day long. And they don't give you a lot of nutrients either, so they have to sit there for a long time chewing on them and eating a whole bunch of them to make it worth it. So they do a lot of, like we said, they sit around quite a bit, eating or sleeping. All right, let's get the little lines there to show we got the paws. So let's go ahead and let's do these first. Actually, let's do the inside first. Let's do the eyes first. If I'm quiet, it's because I'm focusing. I'll try to start with the smaller pupil, and then you can kind of make it bigger and bigger. There we go. I'm going to add the other eyeball. Add the other pupil. I'm making my pupil, like I said, bigger because I want it to be nicer, friendlier. All right, so we got the eyeballs in there, and let's draw the patches around them. Now, why do you think they have patches around their eyes? I was always curious. Was it just part of the camouflage? Was it there to help If the sun was getting in their eyes, it would help so it didn't reflect into their eyes as much. Scientists are starting to think that's really not it. In fact, scientists think that the patches are all different and that the pandas can tell each other apart by their patches. I thought that was really interesting. Okay, let's do the nose. And then we'll do the little smiling face. Because I draw happy animals. All my animals are so happy. And then we're going to draw that last little bit right underneath their chin. Now we draw that because if you were to look at this from the side, you look to the side, you know how our mouth is just right here. Our nose and our mouth. Our nose sticks out a little bit, but our mouth is just flat with the rest of our face. Now with bears, theirs comes out here. Their mouth and their nose and everything come out here with their snout. So we kind of draw that little line right under here so that you can tell that that's separate. Well, I think our panda bear is ready to be colored, but we have to first go and erase all the sketching from underneath. I hope yours turned out great, and if you need some more time, pause this and go ahead and fix it up, and then I'm going to start coloring. I'm going to be thinking of a name for your panda, and we'll catch up right after that. There we are, finished with my colors, and he is all done. Oh yeah, I named him Boris during the whole coloring part. I decided Boris was a good name. Did you come up with the name for your panda? Oh good. Well, I hope you guys had a lot of fun. This was a lot of fun for me too, and I'm really proud of what I made, and I hope you're proud too, because you know, we made something really cool. This was a lot of fun, and because we're proud of what we make, we like to sign our work. I'm gonna write my name right here, and we are good to go. Thanks again, you guys, for drawing with me. This has been a blast. We do these videos Monday through Friday every single week, so make sure you subscribe, and if you enjoyed this video specifically, make sure you give it a like. And always remember, be brave, be creative, and most importantly, be you. Alrighty, we'll see you guys next time.